Hello, everyone. It's Harrison Allen, and Thomas and Friends and the Railway series combined have officially turned 80 years old as of May this year. And manufacturers and other companies are going all out when it comes to putting out specialized merchandise for this particular occasion from Japan, including stuff like Tomy, bringing out classic style like train sets like years before, not to mention Mattel bringing out like some of these little newly released diecast engines, the new Trackmaster engines and train sets, let alone them not too long ago, out of nowhere, finally coming out and digitally restoring the original pilot episode, which kicked off the original series for everyone to see. So yeah, everyone is going all out for the 80th anniversary for Thomas and Friends, and if we're gonna ask, this has to be one of like the best milestones the franchise has ever seen. Now, what I have here, and I actually picked this up from what I call Casey's Toys today. It's the new diecast metal push along Thomas from this new little line for 2025 80th anniversary range. Now they've only just hit store shelves, but according to like a user called Soda Productions, that Thomas and Percy, like these two models, have actually reached Australian retailers a bit earlier compared to where the West has got them. I know for like according to the Thomas Wiki, the rest of the range, including Henry and like the Railway Series style Thomas new diecast range, is also meant to be up around today or tomorrow, I believe. So it probably won't be too long before I get to see them themselves, but I'll be getting those little particular models very soon. But yeah, we are going to be looking at Thomas today. Now, from what I can see, Thomas is a pretty interesting looking model too. It's got very immaculate detailing all over. It's got the studs on the side of the tank. It's got the whistle, the red lining and stuff. And the biggest giveaway for this little model is the fact that for the first time since Ertl, I believe, the manufacturers have actually decided to give the engines their coupling rods, which I thought that was a very nice touch. So it gives a little bit more realism into the model's aesthetics as well. And it's a bit of a reuse of the original push along model too, because how it's got this little Trackmaster Tomy hook, which Mattel's been doing since 2019 2020. And yeah, unlike also it doesn't have a titular Thomas face where it's just pretty generic Thomas with a smiling face. But this one's a bit different because it looks they gave Thomas a pretty unique face where instead of he's looking straight into space, he's actually looking upwards somewhere with his eyebrows being placed in a pretty curious manner too. So I like how each of these engines were given a little bit of pizzazz and stuff. But I'll quickly put my iPad down and also get to show you guys the package. So bear with me for a second. All right. Okay, I finally got them open. Now, the Thomas, it seems to be a pretty light model, all things considered. Now, just the classic wooden railway, the take along and stuff. It's got a little Thomas nameplate underneath the chassis. It's also got the copyright issues, catalog numbers, 2025 going Thomas made in Thailand. Now, it's also worth noting too that the people who've designed this new toy line for the diecast Thomas was actually created by the same creative team who actually make the Pixar Cars diecast line, which they've been going for almost 20 years now, and even I had a bunch of them when I was a kid, and Mattel is still producing them now. So yeah, like I special credit to, like, the creative team behind the design of the Thomas toys. Like, this is by far the more accurate, realistic models of like a diecast train we've gotten in so long. It's very hard to describe. Yeah, I definitely feel like, it's you really gotten the best of both worlds with this new model and stuff. And even when we get like Henry and James and stuff, rolling up into, like, stores very soon too. They're going to be like, a bit of a mixture between, like, a bit of classic with like a bit of modern merchandising combined into one. And this is the feeling I'm getting just by looking and even feeling this model too. Now, my local Casey Toys did also have a Percy there too, which was also released around the same time. Like, Australia got this new Thomas diecast models as well, but I wasn't particularly interested in Percy because, like I said, I'm also looking at getting Henry, the Railway series or the Storybook Thomas, and the Mattel 80th anniversary gift pack, which does include like a regular Thomas model like this, but it also has like exclusive Troubles and Trucks on my carts with loads of rubies too. So got to keep, like, look out for them as well later on down the track. But yeah, I really like the detailing and stuff. They didn't have to, like, go all out with, like, every, like, nook and cranny to, like, truly base it off, like, was it the season 23 and 24 look of Thomas. But they decided to give like a pretty detailed looking model for like a toy that costs around like like $8 in Australian currency. And is this one of the best models, like best Thomas models you could get? No, but is it one of the best we've got in a long time? Absolutely. So if you were to get your hands on, like, say Thomas or Percy or anything like that, honestly, I'd recommend, because like I said, Mattel, like Tomy, like all these big merchandise and manufacturers out there are going all out for the 8th anniversary. So chances are, come next year, they may all be out of stock and stuff like that too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this little video today. And not to mention, this video actually marks my 100th upload to my YouTube channel, which is also a pretty big milestone and stuff. So yeah, it's also worth, like, pointing those little details out there too. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.